Phil, where do I put this? Hold on, technical problem. Oh, right up here? Okay. Okay. Before we start, I just want you to guys to listen to this for just a minute. I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear this? What?
Like a horse and carriage, this I tell you, brother. You can't have one without the other.
What do you mean stop the recording? Oh, I don't know how to do that. Okay. Oh, okay. This was Phil's idea, and I don't know how to do it. Okay. Thank you. Is that finished? Okay. So, anyway, that was a little experiment to get us started with playing Love and Marriage, because what I'd like to do today is to talk about list building and how you do it. First of all, because most people don't know what they're doing with list building, list mailing, and how that fits in with traffic. So, anyway, as most of you know, we launched this little fellow that I was just showing you called We're So Cool, which is really a list building technique. Let me put him back up here so that you can see. Let me get the link again for We're So Cool, and we'll put them up here. Okay. Okay, so what is We're So Cool all about? We're So Cool is a game that you play inside the members area of So Cool. And those of you who came a little bit earlier just saw me demonstrate a little bit about how you play the game. But it isn't, the game is fun. You can win prizes, you can win list members and advertising, and that's all wonderful. But the real power of this is that it will let you build a list. And now I'm going to log in and show you. There he is. There's the guy, the We're So Cool guy. Let me flip you over here so I can log in. What I want you to see is that in your members area of So Cool, those of you, Phil, please throw up the link for SoCool.com. If you're not, I know that most of you are members of So Cool, but if you're not, just click on the link that Phil's going to put up and join. You can join free for now. That's perfectly fine, but I want you all to be able to log in, and you can see that you have 3 affiliate links now. This one is new as of January 1st. If you click on this and send people to sign up here, and you tell them, sign up free, I want you to play this game, it's so much fun, you can win prizes, yada yada. You can tell them all about We're So Cool, and you will get people to sign up under you. And they'll be in So Cool, so that it's just as if you were promoting So Cool with your regular affiliate link or your posted page. Same thing, it's just a different angle to get into So Cool. When you can promote something that's fun and free to people, you will get signups because people love to play games. I don't care what age you are, how old you are, how smart you are, how not smart you are. All of us like to play games, and we like to win prizes. And if you don't like to win prizes, there's something wrong with you. So, as you saw I'm sure most of you saw the other day with that Powerball, everybody, including me and Phil, bought a Powerball ticket. We knew we weren't going to win. I mean, almost nobody wins, right? But it's fun. People like the idea of winning a prize. So Use your affiliate link, your Where's So Cool affiliate link, to start to build your list. We also have another site, which is a game site called coolspin.com. Phil, put that up because that's also free to join. It's also a game that people play, like a slot machine game. These are list building techniques. That's what they are, pure and simple. I know you all know that if you don't have a list, you aren't going to be able to do business online. If you get people on your list in a fun and interesting way, rather than saying, please join my list, I'm going to give you a free report to read. Now, I don't know about you, but when somebody tells me I have to join a list and then I have to do work, I kind of head for the hills and run the other direction. If you can say to somebody, you know what, I just found this really cool site where you can play this game, you chase this little funny guy around, and when you catch him, you can win a prize. People are going to perk up because they like that. Most of us like that kind of thing. Same thing with coolspin.com. If you can show people, hey, here's a game, it works just like really a casino thing, where you try to play for three matching cherries or oranges or lemons or whatever, and then you win prizes. So it's the same thing. When you can tell people, I would love you to see this game. It's so much fun. And not only that, you can win prizes. You can build lists really rather quickly. So that is one of the reasons why we added this little game to So Cool, so that all of you who are So Cool members can start to build a list with a slightly different twist than you may have been used to if you just sent out your regular affiliate link for So Cool, or your posted page link for So Cool, which is really a business page, or most of us have a kind of like a Facebook business page when we use the posted page. When you send out Where's So Cool, you are really sending out a very fun thing and an easy way to get people on your list. So that's really why we launched it. Now, there's another reason that we launched We're So Cool. And we said that when we launched We're So Cool, we would marry it to our new site. Phil, can you put this link up, please? Trafficdoneforyou.com. And let me take you off the main page where So Cool is now and show you something in the members area. If you go into your members area, you're going to see all of these different pages. These are all applications at So Cool. We're not going to go into So Cool today in terms of how So Cool works. Most of you know how it works. But even if you don't, these are all of the main applications at So Cool. If you click now on, say, you're going to go post on So Cool, you're going to see that there are now what we call big featured ads. You'll see that this is coming up now. This is one of my capture pages. This is somebody else's site, says warning. This is their actual sites that are coming up. And they change automatically, or you can, if you want to, make them change. They will eventually change by themselves so that everybody gets really nice big exposure. See there, it just changed by itself, and it's going the way I clicked the other way. On each one of 10 pages at So Cool, people are buying these big featured ads because they're very visible and they take people straight to their websites. If you are a member of Traffic Done For You, you get these spots free with your membership at Traffic Done For You. You get these spots free, and depending on your membership level, all the way up to a value of $8,900. For example, let's say that you're tycoon traffic member, where you get 5 links that we're sending traffic to, you get 5 featured ads at So Cool. So Cool, by the way, gets 5 to 6 million visitors a month. 5 to 6 million visitors a month. That's a lot of visitors. The people who are actually members, these are our most traveled pages. When they log in, they are going to get your it's going to be your ads that are displayed to them. And if you want to see where the real that these are really, when people buy them, let me show you what they're paying for this advertising. Okay, if I go to advertise on So Cool and I go to featured ads, because that's the main kind of ad that people buy, let me show you this. If you're just a pro member at Traffic Done For You, you're going to get 50,000 ad views, which if you buy it is $300. And you're going to get 100 to 1 ad rotations, meaning it's your ads that's showing all the time, really. I mean, a lot of the time. You would pay for that $480 for every URL that you bought as a pro member of Traffic Done For You. If you're a master at Traffic Done For You, you have 2 links, each of which is worth $730. So you get over $1,400 absolutely free with your membership at Traffic Done For You. This is how we married up these 2 sites, by the way. Now, if you are a lifetime member, if you bought a lifetime ad, um, at So Cool featured ad forever, it shows forever, it cost you $1,600. If you bought the 100 to 1 ad rotation, it would cost you $1,780 per URL. So think about that. You guys at Traffic Done For You just got 5 ads for life at 100 to 1 rotation at $1,780 a piece. That means you just picked up $8,900. So when I kept telling you guys, you got to buy into this Traffic Done With You site, because you're going to get a lot of free advertising in addition to huge traffic, I wasn't kidding you. You really get a lot of value when you're a Traffic Done For You member. And that's what I meant by marrying up these 2 sites, that we were going to give you free advertising in addition to all the traffic that comes from So Cool, which is really our flagship site. So if you're not a member of Traffic Done For You, do not hesitate. You automatically get this free feature advertising with your ads. And by the way, everyone, forgetting about playing the game, where's So Cool for a minute. When you click on one of these, and people know this, they earn regular tokens, not Where's So Cool tokens, but anyone who clicks, who's a member of So Cool, can earn 1 minus 1 sounds like 0 to me. Oh, look at that. I just earned 786 tokens. Those tokens can be used for list building, as many of you know who are So Cool members. So this ad is a really, really powerful ad for you, because people are going to click on it in order to earn tokens. And this is my account, my tokens account, and I just got it increased by 786 tokens. So there are many ways to skin a cat at So Cool. What you want to remember, all of you who may be new to So Cool, whether you are earning tokens through playing the Where's So Cool game or earning them by clicking on ads, the better way to get tokens. By the way, we've given away now 76 billion, or sold. We've sold or given away 76 billion tokens. It's really quite remarkable. But the main reason for having tokens is to grow your list. So Cool is one of the only places on the net, certainly only social media site, that auto grows a list for you. which means that what we do is, let's say that you start out, let's say you're a silver member, silver plus member, and we give you 1,000 list members. You can email those list members every 3 days. But on top of that, we give you 10 million tokens, and those tokens auto grow a list for you, and you can email that growing list every 3 days. So we started out talking initially about list building. We are giving you the tools you need to grow list. We're giving you, first of all, you can advertise any part of So Cool because So Cool is free to join. That's always a good come on way to get people under you to join your list. But if you promote this Where's So Cool Now and promote it with fun and joy, and don't try to sell anybody's anything right in the beginning, grow your list first and use easy ways to grow your list. Now, that brings me to the second part of what I really want to talk to you about, which is I have a formula. Okay. It's called, Phil, can you put in the follow along link? I want you guys to click on the follow along link. I'm going to bring it up too. Hang on, give me a minute and let me, because this part now we're going to get into the meaty and the juicy part. So let me bring up the follow along link and take you out of the game for a moment. Okay, so we played the love and marriage song, right? So you all know what that's about now. We did Marry So Cool to Traffic Done For You. We talked a little bit about using easy links like Where's So Cool or Cool Spin to start to build your list. But now, what do you do once you have a list? Are you going to just shoot them out an ad with an affiliate link on it? No, you are not going to do that because the only way you can continue to build your lists is by using what we call a capture page. I'm sure that most of you know what a capture page is. It is a way to get people onto a list so that you can mail them. You have only one goal, guys, when you are working on the net, and that is to continually and always find new ways to get new people or leads, as we call them, onto your list. So the best way you can do that is you create a capture page. You can do that at many, many places, but I found that I got stuck. I've had every autoresponder account you can imagine. AWeber, GetResponse, all the big names, right? And I would go in and I'd stare at the things and I'd say, Phil, I don't understand how to set up a capture page here. This is too complicated, right? And Phil would look at me with his usual, oh my God, there she goes again. She can't do anything, which is true. If it's technical, I can't do anything. I am really a tech idiot. So I said to him, Phil, can you build me a way, a site where I can build capture pages myself without asking you to help me, where it's easy, where I understand how to do it? And he said, okay. And he developed this site called On Your List, which many of you belong to. But if you don't, this is the easiest capture page system ever invented. And the way I know that is because if I can use it, anyone can use it. It is really easy to build nice looking capture pages. And I'll show you some, like when I want to promote On Your List, I do not send out a direct link on Your List. I send out my capture page, which looks like this. Making money online is just a walk in the park. It asks people. Now, here's where I intrigue people here. It's I create wealth online here. By the way, you notice that not one place on this capture page does it say the name of the site that I am promoting. That's on purpose because if people already know on your list, or they don't want to join a, say, an autoresponder or a list mailer, I'm going to lose them and never be able to talk to them about anything else. I don't want to lose anyone. When I create a capture page, I make it as mysterious as I possibly can. So if you read this capture page, which you can do later at your leisure, you will find that I just tell the major points about, trying to get them excited. I have this beautiful artistic background that one of our wonderful members, who's an artist, did. And this list alone is now up to about 3,500 people just from sending out this capture page. So it's not easy to build a list, by the way, of 3,500 people. Phil and I have built lists of 650,000 people, but it took us time. And if we had had capture pages, like in a year, I have built a list of various capture pages of 25,000 people. So that's a lot of people. It's not easy to do, but you make it easier by always sending out a capture page. So let's backtrack a minute. We were talking about, you can close this up. We were talking about list building, and we got into Where's So Cool. And I said to you, you can email your list every 3 days. It's so cool. If you email them a link to an affiliate page, or even uh, a page that you own, but it's a paid page and they don't want to buy it, you have wasted mailing. Do not ever, ever waste a mailing. If you're going to build lists, you are going to do it by taking a capture page, which you can make it on your list or at any other place where you can build a capture page. And that's what you are going to mail out to your So Cool list, your Cool Spin list. If you belong to any list on the net other than your own list, you're not going to keep getting them, the same people on your own list. But assuming it's not your own list and you're mailing to somebody's outside list, like let's say you belong to Cool Mail Express or Cool Blast or Free Ad Depot or any list online, I don't care whether it's our list or somebody else's list, do not send out a link. Do not send out a link when you mail. Send out a capture page. I don't care if you get 1 or 2 members to sign up to that page on a mailing. Most people, I get these emails because sometimes people have very unrealistic expectations of what you can get out of a mailing. Sometimes you can mail out something, you get absolutely nothing, no clicks, no nothing, and certainly no signups, and therefore no sales at all, ever. And that can go on for many days. It is unrealistic to think that every time you send out a mailing, you are going to either make a sale or get a sign up or have somebody opt in. Ain't going to happen. But that doesn't mean that you should not be sending out your capture pages, because even if you get 1 or 2 signups on your own list, not somebody else's list, those are people that you can talk to yourself and make sales and follow up with. Phil, what are you doing? Okay, 'cause, um, sorry, we just had, my dog was interrupting us. Most of you know my dog cuddles. Sometimes he does that. Anyway, so you want a list build. We are giving you vehicles to list build with, fun games and free sites that you can list build. But when you go to mail to outside lists, you really need to start with on your list. Take on your list. You can send on your list. Let's say you guys who are traffic done for you members, when I want to promote traffic done for you to outside lists, not my own lists, obviously, I set up a capture page. So it talks about traffic. It's obviously designed to get people who are interested in traffic to sign up to my list that is about traffic. When they sign up, where are they going to get to? They're going to get to traffic done for you, because that's the list that I put in there. In fact, let's just do that. I'm going to leave myself my name. I'm going to enter my email address. So let's use, I'm going to make one up because I'm already on this list. So Jane Mark, I don't know, 567 at Gmail. But I'm doing this for a reason. Okay, so if people are interested, they're going to put their name and a real email address in, not a fake one, because I'm already on my own list. And look where they're going to go. Okay, it's going to say to validate your email address. I'm going to take them to Traffic Done For You because that's my first link. But let's say they're not interested in this particular site. They already belong to it or whatever. And they say, oh, I know that site. I already bought it or I don't want it or whatever. So I'm going to close. They're going to close the page. Where are they going to get to? I'm not letting them off the hook that fast. I'm sending them to another traffic page where they can buy traffic. It's not as good as Traffic Done For You. Shh, don't tell anybody that. But the reason Phil made Traffic Done For You is because it's the best there is on the net. But people have other needs. So this is a different kind of traffic. We have mobile traffic and different targeted traffic. So suppose that you're already a member of Traffic Done For You, but you're still looking to increase your traffic flow. I'm going to get you to a site that will give you that. So it's related to the first one that I sent you to, right? I'm not going to send you to a game site after I talked about traffic because that doesn't make sense. I'm going to send you to a traffic site. And then the last page is a list building site. And if you stay on this page, it's going to tell you about on your list. So look at what I've done here. I've sent this out. Let's take not one of my lists. I've sent it out to Run Wild Mailer, right? Some of you belong to that. What I do is I send out my capture page, and if I can capture one or two people, they're now on my own list forever, and I can mail to them because on your list has a mailer, right? But if they don't, they may buy my product. They might buy Traffic Done For You, right? But they might close it, and then they get exposed to another traffic site. Now, they were obviously interested in traffic because they wouldn't have left me their name and email if they weren't interested in traffic, because that's what the capture page was about. So I'm going to try to send them to links that may relate to something they're interested in. It's very important to use a capture page every time you mail to outside lists. And it is important to have realistic expectations that even if you only put one or two people on a list every day, you will see that you can begin to make sales. But you can't miss mailings. I go crazy when people ask me at SoCal, for example, upgraded members who can use the mailer, right? They write me an email and they say, you know, I really would like to know more about SoCal, and I'm a silver member. Yeah, what should I do? So could you check to see what I'm doing in my account? Well, the first thing, I don't know why I'm getting this on my thing, but the first thing I do is I go in to their account because they've asked me to look, and I go to email. And I go to this where it says email trackers, and I see that I look to see, did they mail recently? Because if you don't mail on the lists you belong to, you are missing an opportunity. I'm often fond of saying to people, and maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but I do not miss a day of mailing on the list. And I'm talking about Hanukkah, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't always send out ads. I might send out a Christmas card or, Happy New Year or whatever. But I do, if I have a list I can mail to, you can bet I am talking to my list members. And you know why? It's not to make sales all the time. You don't always make a sale just because you send something out. It's because you want to have a relationship whether you have 10 people on your list or whether you have 600,000 people on your list, you want to have a relationship with that list, and they get to know you. They get to know your personality. They get to know what time you mail the day, because most of us have a routine. I'm a morning person. I always mail very early in the morning. People get to know you. They get to, and you want them to get to know you with all your good points and some of your bad points. Like, I'm not shy about telling you guys that I am the worst tech person in the world. I'm just not good at figuring out technical things, so I make Phil develop sites for me. I figure I'm like most of the world. He's great. He's very talented. He can do anything online, but most of us cannot do a lot of things online. So I always say to Phil, Phil, I'm the idiot. Design a site for me, because if you design it for me, probably most people will like it, because they're just like me. Most of us do not have fabulous talent. We may all be talented in other ways. Maybe you're a great writer, or you're selling a great product, or you love jokes. And I know Steve was here, who always sends me these wonderful jokes. Steve from Australia. Steve, are you still up? I hope so. It's like the middle of the night there. Anyway, he sends me these wonderful jokes. Well, you can bet your bottom dollar I will never forget Steve, because what he sends me are really funny. They make my life amusing and fun, and I really appreciate it. So, whatever your strength is and whatever you want to convey to your list members, do it daily if you can. You may not all be as neurotic as I am, but you do it every day. I know that people have young families, and mine are grown now, have young grandkids, but so I know you take days off, and that's fine. I'm sort of jesting. But the point is, make it a routine. If you belong to lists and they let you mail every 3 days or every 1 day or every 5 days, whenever the schedule is, make sure you log in and mail something out to your list members to stay in touch with them. It's really, really, really important. Okay, so now, we talked a little bit about building a list and where to start. You start with a capture page. You're going to build a list. What you need to do, guys, you really need to make this a religious endeavor. I don't know how other way. No, that's the wrong word, but you need to buy into lists, any kind of list, that are, well, marketing lists. Obviously, you're not going to, if you're not selling pet things, you're not going to buy into a pet list. But if you're marketing and you're selling business ops, for example, you need to be buying into lists at least twice a month. You must do this. You can join lists for free, that's fine, but it won't get you anywhere. Join lists, take a look around, and make a sort of plan for yourself. Okay, next week when I get paid or some money comes in or whatever, I'm going to upgrade an XYZ list. And the week after that, or 2 weeks later, I'm going to upgrade an XYZ. And maybe it's a $400 upgrade. Maybe it's a $49 upgrade. Maybe it's a $197 upgrade. Whatever it is, make a plan, because you need to join lists. You cannot rest on your laurels and say, okay, I joined this one list, because you're not going to get enough juice out of that. You need to be mailing to a lot of lists. One of my clients, I can't remember who it was, he wrote me an email in the support one day, and he told me that because of one of my webinars, and I feel actually very proud of this, because of one of my webinars, he now belongs to 67 lists. And I really congratulated him, because while that may sound like a lot of lists, it's actually not. It's what you need to be planning to do over time. And they don't all cost a lot of money. Some are very inexpensive. If you can buy in on a one-time charge, try to do that, because I'm going to give you an example in SoCal. People, you can buy SoCal on a monthly membership. And the reason to upgrade in SoCal is, the main reason is because you can mail to lists, and you can mail to your trackers starting at a bronze plus level. But I want you to look at this. This is $49.95 a month. Now, that's not a huge amount of money, but it's also not nothing. If you do that over a year, you're going to pay close to $600, right? Now, you may need to do that. Not everybody can come. The next one up is $297 a year. This is why I'm getting to this. So that's $300 for a year as opposed to $600. Basically the same membership, by the way. I mean, you get a little bit more commission, and the silver is a little better than bronze plus. But here you are, you're going to pay $600 for a year as opposed to say $297 for a year. Right. Well, most of the lists you'll join, you're going to find exactly the same thing. Yes, you can pay $10 a month, but you might be able to buy in a lifetime member for $67. Well, $10 a month is $120 a year, if my math is right, where you might be able to buy a one-time membership for 67 or 97, right? Always try to choose the one-time payments, or at least where you're going to save money. Okay, so now I showed you this for a reason, 297, right? If you look at this, we give you with this ordinarily 500, where is it? 500 list members. Somewhere it says that you get 500 list members with 500 upgrade followers, right? Okay, I want you to, let's go back for a minute. Do I have the follow along page? I just want to show you something because I want you to, it's very important that you start thinking about your business in terms of with a business head. So here, I'm going to show you this. Give me a minute to put the follow along link up. If you are a member of So Cool, and this is going to be true for any list you join, if you're a member of So Cool and you're going to pay $297 in the members area, and you're going to get one list, 1 year of, and 500 people on your list, and 7 million tokens. That's what you ordinarily get. I'm going to show you this now because usually I save this for the end, but I'm talking about having a business head. This is, sometimes we make this offer. Many of you saw it, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. It sold out like this, like in a second. This is the same 297. And we have bonuses on webinars. This is one of them where you get not 1 year of So Cool, but 3 years of So Cool, which is 66% off. So you get 2 years free. And instead of us giving you 500 list members, targeted list members, by the way, we give you 1,000. We do this periodically, usually on webinars, but once in a while as specials. You get 10 million tokens, which auto builds, takes this 1,000 and can turn it into hundreds more on autopilot. You don't have to do a thing. And you can email that list every 3 days. And the reason I'm telling you this is because one of the mistakes that when you first come online, or even when you've been online for quite a while, is you don't think about your investments in terms of a business. If somebody is going to pay $600 a year for the same thing, forget about this for a minute, for the same thing that would cost them $297 or $300 for a year, they're losing $300. You don't want to make that kind of business decision unless it's absolutely necessary and you cannot afford it. But I would rather see you wait until you can take advantage of really good offers and save your money up for the really good offers, like say something like this, or even some of the smaller lists that you've seen me promote, like I think they're on here. Let me just go down here to some of the, here's some smaller lists that I promote. For $99, you can get this fabulous membership there, and you can pay monthly, but you're going to pay much more. You Got Mail is a little mailer. I think you can get in for, I don't know if it's $97 one time. Yes, they're going to try to, or maybe even 67. I don't remember, but it's not a huge amount of money. You are better off saving your money and buying the one-time payment rather than going in and spending month after month. Because what happens is, those monthly payments add up. Bite the bullet, pay the money, pay it once. You've got a tool forever. That's what I do. That's my approach, has always been my approach when I buy into mailers. Buy at the highest level you can possibly afford. Okay, so now the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about is you've now got the picture that you have to build lists. You do that by starting with a capture page so that every mailing gives you a shot to build that list. Even if it's one person or two people or three people, every mailing needs to give you a shot to put somebody on your own list. So you can do that through On Your List or Aweber or GetResponse. I can't do it through Aweber and GetResponse because I can't build their capture pages well enough. But I can do it through On Your List. Every mailer has your goal is to build your own list. Once you've done that, you want to buy into mailers, every mailer that you can possibly afford and get your hands on. Buy into it, have realistic expectations that you're not going to build a list in a minute and a half, but buy into those lists and try to buy in at their one-time payment levels. Now, that is absolutely where you want to begin to build your business. It is not the only thing you need. We can't do everything all day long for ourselves. Some of your marketing needs to be automated. And that was one of the main reasons why I asked Phil, as I did with On Your List. I said, Phil, if I go and buy traffic, I'm going to now click on traffic done for you. If I try to buy traffic, especially lifetime traffic, of which there really is nothing that out there that you can buy for life, I am going to end up targeted traffic we're talking about now. I'm going to end up paying literally thousands of dollars to do that. I know we all go out. You can find very cheap traffic on the net for $9.95 and you get 10,000 impressions, which are views, right? Which are nothing. And you spend the money, you get nothing. You get nothing. And you know why you get nothing? Because no traffic can work for you. And 10,000 views can be seen depending on a site that can be seen in, I don't know, a couple of days. Over and out. You've spent $10, you've gotten nothing. And here's the reason. Traffic is not designed to get you opt-ins. That is not what it is. It's not designed to build your list. There's other ways, which we just talked about building a list. What it's designed to do is create activity and interest in your site. Now, you may occasionally get a sign up, that's great, and a sale, and that's great, but that is not the main purpose. The main purpose, and it takes a long time, guys, and this is why Phil and I did this site. You need months of traffic coming to your site continually in your area of interest, meaning targeted, in order for it to have any real effect at all. Well, if you try to do that, I guarantee you, you will not be able to afford to do it. I can't afford to do it, and I make a hell of a lot of money. Phil can't afford to do it. Nobody can afford to buy traffic in the way they need to over months and months of having that traffic hit your site. So I said to Phil, we have this huge network. Instead of sending people out somewhere to buy traffic, let's send them traffic every day, all day long, over a period of time. We have lots of traffic to targeted sites, and that's what we're doing with Traffic Done For You. But you have to just let it sit there. We give you a login to monitor your stats, and I'm going to log in because the stats on uh, this site are just amazing. They're really even I'm impressed. Takes a lot to impress me. I'm going to show you one of my accounts that's been running for the whole, even before we launched, for 54 days. And you can see that I am getting enormous amounts of views, 44,000, and a lot of clicks. And this is true right down the line for all the sites that I put in this particular account. And now I'm going to log in. I want to show you two for a reason. One is a more recent account, traffic done for you. Uh, let's log in now. Okay, so now I'm going to log into an account where I recently set up some campaigns. These were set up a long time ago. But here's one I set up a week ago. Every day this changes. I get a lot of views because it's coming from huge networks of our sites, and I get a lot of clicks, and it's only 7 days. But nothing's going to happen. This is where it's so cool. I'm not really going to get my, I mean, nothing much is going to happen for 7 days. Forget it. I'm going to leave this. I may not log into this account. Here's another one I'm doing on So Cool 7 days. I think I set up here. I just set up the traffic capture page yesterday. So I already have 661 views and 290 clicks. Here's one I set up also yesterday and yesterday. And here's these capture pages. Be a good idea, guys, to put capture pages or a free to join account in traffic done for you. But you know what? I probably won't even look at these sites again for maybe 30, 60 days. You know why? Because all I'm interested in is that there's activity for the search engines going on around these sites all the time, every day, all day long, not just for 10,000 views, but for thousands and thousands of views over time, which is why we set up traffic done for you. The least you can buy on traffic done for you is 6 months, because you're not going to get results in a week. You know how everybody on the net is instant coffee, instant coffee. You're not going to get results like that. You need to let your links ride. That's what traffic, when traffic starts to work for you. So you can see when you buy the least expensive, when you buy the one website, we don't sell you traffic for less than 6 months because it's not going to do anything. This one's for 12 months. This is the best, and it's for a lifetime. And this is the one where I showed some of you earlier, where you get $8,900 in addition to all of that traffic of absolutely free advertising in your face at So Cool. Now, don't buy it unless you're going. You can buy this here, but as one of the bonuses that we have on the webinar, we put back our original tycoon price. Let me see. Let me get to it. I gotta. Oops. No, 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 no. I gotta switch you guys over here. Okay. So if I go up here, this is where we, before New Year's, when we first launched the site through December to January 1st, the price for five URLs for life, forever. We send you traffic forever, is $425, and you get to promote 5 websites for life. Right now, you just saw it's $525, and on Monday it's going up again, because we are going to at some point have to limit these accounts. We don't want hundreds and hundreds of people, so not even Price is going to be able to get these accounts in a couple of months. But right now it's selling for $525. And you get 5 websites, you get you get thousands of views every day, which is true. We just keep every day, all the time, we send you traffic. We set it up for you because we're feeding it from many, many different sites, which is great for you, because if one site is not getting a lot of traffic that day, some other site is. So you're always assured of getting traffic every day. And then you get $8,900 worth of free advertising. Now, can you change your sites? No, we can't do that. So if you order this, we do change people's sites, but only if they go down, because this takes a lot of time and effort to set up one link, let alone five links. So be sure if you order this that you choose your links carefully and that you understand that we're going to be sending traffic to that link and just let it ride. This is not the place where you go to get opt-ins and build lists. Yes, it will help. Yes, it's essential because you can't get this kind of traffic anywhere on the net. I know, believe me, I've been doing this, guys, for 16 years, and I must have bought every kind of traffic there is on the net, every kind. This is by far the best kind of traffic that I have gotten. I mean, ever, anywhere. And I'm pretty familiar with all the sites out there. Now, I want to tell you one other thing, and this is just a general thing. It has nothing to do specifically with traffic done for you. A lot of people now, I've noticed, and Phil and I certainly were doing this up until a year ago. We wanted to track, you're always told, track everything. You got to put tracking links in everything because you got to find out where your traffic is coming from. You know what? That's absolutely correct. And today it is absolutely the worst thing you can do. And here's why. Now, some of you may know this because I've said it before, but now I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it on every webinar. McAfee has gone crazy, and most people use McAfee as their virus protection. McAfee hates tracking links now. And there's a reason for that because behind the tracking link, if you click on a link and it's a tracking link, it could go to a porn site, a risky site, a virus site. And so what McAfee is doing that they really never did before in any big way is taking almost every tracking link. I don't care if it's a tiny URL, a bit.ly, a link track, a track me, whatever. It doesn't matter. They don't like tracking links anymore. Well, think about the impression. If I get to a site and I don't get to the site, but I get to a McAfee warning that says, you're about to click on a risky site. What am I going to do? Unless I absolutely know it's a partner of mine or something, I am not going to click on that link. And I imagine most of you are just like me. You are not most of the time going to click on a link that says, warning, 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 you may be clicking through to a risky link. 99% of that is baloney by McAfee. But unfortunately, my next job in life is going to be to have Phil develop a tracking link that doesn't go warning, I mean a virus protection that doesn't go warning, 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 this is risky. But right now we all have to live with life the way it is right now. And the way it is right now is when you put your tracking links in now, you may be getting screwed everywhere. Not just the traffic done for you. You're getting screwed if you're mailing out on a list. It doesn't matter. McAfee is, I don't know any other virus protections. Maybe there are some that aren't doing this. But the fact of the matter is that most people do use McAfee. It's the most popular. And I imagine that the other ones that are similar probably do the same thing and are probably warning everybody, this is risky, this is risky. So I want you to keep that in mind. It has nothing really to do with particularly with traffic done for you or so cool or anything else that we've been talking about. But as a general proposition, be very careful and think it through. Use a capture page. A capture page is totally unique. McAfee, search engines, everybody loves unique links. Use a capture page or go into SoCool and generate a link on Sockwall. It's a unique link and use that. But be careful when you set up tracking links because you may think you're being very professional, and in fact what you're doing is screwing yourself out of a lot of signups and possibly a lot of sales. Okay, so we're getting close to the end. What I want to make sure that that we just go back for a minute to this formula that I have on the follow along link. Because maybe if you can, some of us think in terms of, uh, you know, uh, when if you can come up with a little formula that reminds you of what you're supposed to do every day, that can be helpful. So let's go to this back to this formula that I call LMAT. Can you put that up in the chat box, Phil? LMAT. And it stands for list building, list mailing. The M is for mailing, and the 3 and the 4, the A and the T is really automated traffic. You can't, the reason we were playing Frank Sinatra's song of love and marriage is you really can't just do one thing and succeed on the net. It's not good enough to say set up a traffic done for you account and that's it and never do it and say, oh yeah, I got this traffic set up for me, that's going to make me money. No, it's not. Not unless you couple it with building lists of your own and mailing to those lists. Those three ingredients will make you a business online if you really stick to it. List building, mailing to those lists every day or whenever you are allowed to mail on them, every 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever, and then feeding automated traffic to those sites that you want to that you're promoting. That makes a business online. And then thinking like a business person. You must invest in your own business. You must buy into traffic. You must buy into list building sites. And you've got to figure out a way to do it. None of us, this has been a tough time for everybody. I don't care what area of work you're in or line of work you're in. It's not been an easy time. But that still doesn't mean that you don't have to invest in your own business. You do. You need to put aside the money that you're going to need to, first of all, invest in list building. That is just absolutely critical. If you're not an on your list member, I suggest that you spend $47 because almost all of us, that's one time, no monthly, $47, and invest in a capture page system that you can work for the rest of your life. You can create capture pages for anything you like. We have beautiful background images. Start with your capture page. Build your list by mailing your capture pages out and use traffic done for you as the kind of I'm going to call it the site that will generate interest in your site. And when I say interest, not on the part of Joe Jones or George Smith, interest by search engines and Alexa and all of the things that make people sit up and take notice of your site. It's very important even if you don't think it's paying dividends right instantly, don't think about instantly. It's over the long term. If you can get traffic for life to your websites, 5 of them every day for life, you have really added to your business. It's not the end all and be all. Nothing is. But it really is a very good tool. So I hope you've all been asking Phil questions while I've been talking. I don't want to keep you much longer because I know it's a Saturday in the middle of the day, and I'm sure you all, guys all have things to do. At first, I do want to thank you all for taking time out of your Saturday to be with us. Phil will stay in the chat room for as long as you need him. Anyone who has a question, we will stay here. So I'm not going to close the webinar because I don't want to close out people who are still asking questions. And I will, if Phil gives me some general questions, I'll be happy to answer them for everybody if you have some general question. All right, hang on. If you want to stay, you're free to leave if you need to go. But if you want to stay, Phil's gonna give me some general questions that people have been asking, and I'm happy to answer them so that you can all get some. Okay, hang on one second. He's answering something for somebody, and then he'll give me some general uh, questions that people have been asking. Um, oh, I wanted to point out a few things. If you want to, down below the bonuses, which you're welcome to buy and take a look at, I we always put related links so that we can kind of give you a recap. So this is on your list. Here's some list building links that we talked about. These are list mailers. Some of them are ours, some of them are not ours. And of course, automated traffic. So when you get a chance at your leisure, you can look these over. We're going to put this webinar in the training area of Traffic Done For You and probably in So Cool as well, because it really relates to both. But when you get a chance, just look those over. If you're missing tools in your arsenal, you might want to take a look at that. What are some of the general questions? Oh, Phil says he answered everybody's question. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. Can you read it out loud so that we can? Oh, okay. So people want to know if there's a replay link. Yes, we are recording this, and we will send out a replay of this. Usually, we send it out either tomorrow or Monday, and then we will put it in various member areas that it applies to, because it really is about list building and then how you marry list building to traffic. So we'll put it in some members areas that you'll be able to get hold of it then too, and you'll be able to go over all of the links that are in it. Is there any other general question? Oh, you guys are good. You got all your questions answered. Yeah? Okay, so guys, I think we're going to sign off now. You can always reach us. Oh, Phil, put my email address up. You can always reach us through support. That's, of course, one way. We really do answer our support questions. By the way, if you write to support and you don't get an answer, something's wrong with your email address, because we always answer. Or you can write to me at janemark4@gmail.com. Or Phil is jpeorders@gmail.com. That's jpeorders@gmail.com. You can always get a hold of us. We really like to talk to our subscribers, our clients. We love you all, and we don't mind answering your questions. So this is not the last time you can grab us by the throat and say, how do I do this? Because we're happy to help you if we can. Are you still answering me? I don't want to close down the thing. If Okay, Phil says he's leaving the questions open. He always tells me, "Oh yes, where everybody asks questions and they're all answered." Then says, "Oh wait, leave it open." Oh, okay. He's waiting for one question. Don't be shy, by the way. You got Phil here. He really knows everything there is to know about marketing, about writing copy, you name it. He's really very, very talented. I'm the business person. He's the talented one. So you should know, if you want to get your questions answered, direct them to Phil, because he's really knowledgeable. He's worked for some of the biggest advertising firms in the world. And he knows what he's doing when it comes to promotion and, of course, to developing sites, because he's been doing that for 16 years. He kind of tolerates me hanging around for the ride. So, and besides, I have the New York accent. Nobody can. This is funny for those of you who are still listening. I'll tell you a funny story. He's from Phyllis from Australia, and I'm from New York. And of course, we all think that Australians speak English and that New Yorkers speak English. The problem is, if you have ever gotten on the phone with an Australian, Or I think when they get on the phone with us, we don't always speak the same language. First of all, you can't, they speak so fast and so melodic. It's really beautiful. The Australian accent is very melodic. You can't understand a word you're saying. And when my mother first met Phil, she kept saying, "What? What? I can't understand a word you're saying." And I kept saying, "But mom, he speaks English." "No, he doesn't speak English. I can't understand a word he's saying." So it's just uh it's just an aside. It's the Aussie and the New Yorker. I speak English, but now I'm getting our values questioned here. So I don't know if I should speak English. But anyway, that's a true story from Australia. It's we may all speak the same language, but we don't necessarily understand each other all the time. My bottom line is, if you need help, we are both, me with my New York accent and Phil with his Australian accent. We are both would love to help you, and you can reach us really literally if all the time. We usually answer our emails within 24 hours at the most. At the most. So don't be shy. You can contact us. And are you still going, Phil? Because I'm losing my voice. So I think I'm going to stop the recording anyway. I forgot to